Hello and welcome to Boatrek Live. My name is PJ, and today, of course, I'm going to be taking another look at a TrekMovie.com article. Of course, this was published yesterday. Star Trek Discovery cast talks surprising emotional Season 4 being made under challenging conditions. The 55-year Mission Star Trek convention featured 4 different panels with actors from Star Trek Discovery. We have already reported that on one of the panels, Kenneth Mitchell revealed he will have a unique role in Season 4. We now offer some more clues we learned, or we think we learned, about Season 4 from the other 3. Stamets and Book pushing each other. In his recent interview with Trek Movie, Anthony Rapp's Paul Stamets talked about having a chance to work more with David Ajala, Book, in Season 4. Both were on stage at Las Vegas and offered some more detail on these scenes, indicating they may have confrontational scenes together. Anthony Rapp said, "One of my greatest hopes was that I would get to work directly with David Ajala, and I can say that we have some really cool stuff that we get together in Season 4. When I went to read that script, I was very, very excited just because I think he's amazing. And then it was just a tremendous honor to spend those days with him in those scenes." David Ajala says, "It was so much fun, dude." I won't do his accent. "It was so much fun, dude. When we were on the scenes, it was literally a two-hander, two-character scene. I thank you for your generosity, your openness. You're willing to play and to feel uncomfortable and to explore certain things that you can't quite explain. We trusted in each other, and I'm happy you felt the room to push me, and I felt the room to push you. Hopefully, we will be proud of the work we get to do. Thank you again." The end of Season 3 saw Book using his empathetic powers to navigate the spore drive, making him the first person who can do it besides Stamets, whose abilities have given him something of a sense of superiority. Perhaps this leads to some tension between the characters. Another computer voice, so another ship. Julianne Grossman provides the voice of USS Discovery. Since there are more shows coming, a fan asked if she might follow in the footsteps of Majel Barrett Roddenberry during the TNG era and become the voice of all the computers across the new shows in the franchise. Grossman loved the idea and revealed she has taken the first step. "From your mouth to God's ears, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this, but I pick up an additional character. So there is another character of me that has a slightly different voice that's hovering out there, and you'll hear soon. But I can't say anything more than that. But gosh, I hope to play all the computers like Majel. I would love that." While this additional character, computer, would be on the USS Discovery, it's also quite possible it could be for another ship. While the Season 3 finale did have Starfleet discovering a new source of dilithium, therefore allowing for warp travel again, building new spore drive capability ships still seems like something Starfleet might want to do, as they'd be able to jump greater distances faster than any warp-capable ship. More Vance in emotional Season 4 and more in Season 5. Oded Fehr is returning in Season 2 as Starfleet Commander-in-Chief Vance. the actor spoke generally and warmly about the upcoming season. I'm sure the show is going to be just as wonderful and amazing. Season 4 is incredible and very moving. When talking about the constraints of production under COVID, more on that later. I'm sorry if I don't know how to pronounce that name, offered some hope about more discovery and more Vance. Hopefully, it's going to be much easier next season if I get to come back next season. More Tarina and another Saru romance clue. Another actor introduced in season 3 was Tara Rosling as the Vulcan Tirina, president of Navarre. She talked about her surprise at being back and gave a little hint. It's been another gift to return. I had no idea that Tirina's storyline would continue, and there's been all kinds of lovely things to play as a president and in other areas, and I will leave it at that. The other areas could likely be related to hints from Doug Jones that there is a budding romance between Tirina and Saru. Linus actor says to expect the unexpected. David Benjamin Tomlinson has delighted fans as Linus, the Saurian, and he is back in season 4, which he described in one word. If I was going to talk about season 4, I would say this: unexpected. I would say unexpected in a myriad of ways. Exploring Reese and the bridge crew. The regular bridge crew is back in season 4, which includes Patrick Kwok-chun as Tactical Officer Reese. The other actor was careful about what he could say about the upcoming season, but did offer something. I can't say much. You'll see much more. You'll see more of the bridge crew in season 4. Well, we've heard that before. In response to a fan question about the development of the actors of color through Trek history, Chun indicated that there could be more exploration of Reese in season 4. With the producers and writers, they've always been open to conversations about the character, and we want to take it. Sorry. As you see on Discovery, they embrace everyone on the show, and they're doing more for not only the LGBT community, but for, I'm going to leave it at that because I don't want to spoil too much for season 4. I never read this article before, and I'm just reading it now, and it's just like, I have to be honest, it's not as exciting as I thought it would be. But, this could be good. AR is a game changer. A big new thing for season 4 is the production is now using a state-of-the-art AR wall. The technology replaces green screens and allows the actors to perform in virtual sets. June talked about how this new tech is impacting the upcoming season. For season 4, I will say the AR wall is amazing. It's the future. It's a game changer. The stuff we're able to create, I will say AR wall is amazing. It's the future. It's a game changer. It's hard to read quotes and try to because people don't talk the way they write, so I don't know, find it funny sometimes. And the stuff they were meant to be able to create, there's things I'm not going to say. Anyway, I certainly should have proofread it and tried to nail the inflections or something, because I didn't see any video of it. Okay, now we get down to the serious part here. COVID is slowing things down, putting a strain on the cast and crew. Season 4 of Discovery began production last November, and it started winding down in recent weeks. But work has continued for some of the show. In fact, after appearing on a panel on Wednesday, Tara Rosling was recalled to Toronto for additional shooting. However, during her panel, Rosling explained how production under COVID protocols was the primary reason for the extended shooting schedule. It's been very, very long. Everything's slowed down. The entire cast and crew are tested 3 times a week, and we all have to stay on our levels. And when you're on set, things go very slowly because touches can only come in waves. I have no idea if she's Irish. What I mean by that is makeup, wardrobe, hair. Each have to take their turns. It's also been slowed down because there are false positives along the way and things that happen. And so production shuts down for a couple of days, and then we have to and then it has to restart. I'll stop with the accents. Oded talked about the toll this takes on the cast and crew. I won't lie to you guys, it's been really, really tough, especially on a show where you couldn't wait to go to work in the morning. When I work, I hate going back to my trailer. I just stay on set all day long, and not being able to do that anymore, having to quarantine to just get into Toronto for 2 weeks, and then the show got pushed back, and we've had a whole bunch of stuff that happened this year that's besides the show, that affected the show. Everybody's still very happy to be working, but we're separated by the sheer rules of the pandemic, which made it a much more lonely experience. And my God, man, everybody can relate to just like being a little more lonely lately. And when you want to work with your fellow actors and you want to get into the creative process and you want to be there and experience, like, be there on set and stuff, and you had to quarantine on top of quarantining on set, like, that can take an emotional toll. And I guess this is like by far the most difficult season by a mile they've had to film. Wiseman spoke about how the cast was really happy to get together after quarantine. The transition from spending so much time inside alone to getting to be around these people again was like this kind of like really crazy, uncontrollable ecstasy. Well, this is the flip side of it, right? Like the positive of all this quarantining and protocol. Like, I remember, like, we all felt like golden retrievers, and I say hi. Blue de Barrio revealed that their enthusiasm was constrained by the protocols. Our crew told us to stop talking so much. Our masks are off when we're filming, and we're like, hey, can you guys not laugh all the time? Literally, we got complaints. David Benjamin Tomlinson had a lot of good things to say about the Discovery production crew. I think when I look back, when I watch season 4, and when I think about it, I will be reminded of the remarkable presence of the crew on the show who lifted this season up and made it possible. The cast was amazing. So many people did push through so many extraordinary limitations to make some magic happen. I found that incredibly moving, and this could still happen in the delightful, fun tone that it did to shoot it. Every show thinks their crew is the best, but our crew is the best. Patrick summed up things with this. It was a difficult year for everyone, but as everyone said, it was a lovely experience, and we just felt incredibly safe. Okay, well, that's that. Fathery, you were at the panel a few days ago. I would really love to, if you're still here. Well, you're still here, I guess. Tell me a little bit about that experience, and if you want to join me, if you're not busy, well, you're probably busy right now. Check out Textrek, Fathery's Twitter. I don't know if I have permission to show any of that. I would like to right now, but maybe not. Save that for another time. But yeah, Father Rio was in Las Vegas, and he appeared to have a very good time. There's a very good John Billingsley video that he made that is just so funny. But yeah, I mean, season 4 of Discovery, I don't know what it will be like. I just have no inclination of. I know there's a gravitational anomaly thing, and with all the cast has gone through, I hope more than ever this turns out to be the best one. That, like, I really hope. Starfleet Boy. How did I miss this? Well, this was the spur of the moment thing because I saw this article on TrekMovie.com and just kind of went to it. Didn't read it first, and I'm there like struggling to read it the whole time. But yeah. Maybe I should take this opportunity to give my thoughts on the first episode of Star Trek Lower Decks Season 2. It's decent. It's not the type of season premiere I expected. I expected something a little like grandiose, but that's just expectations versus what I got, and that's okay. The positives are, I mean, the ransom stuff was funny. It was a lackluster episode. I gotta say, my expectations are a little like maybe too high for Lower Decks right now. And although it is one of my least favorite episodes of Lower Decks, it's still decent. I mean, they're doing pretty good so far. Well, I've seen. I don't know if I should bring this up now. No, I'll do that later. At another time. Get into like the preview for the season that deals in kind of like spoilery material, but because I didn't set that up, I don't want to spoil anything about what happens if you haven't watched the season trailer, which is like, whoa, a lot to go through. TrekMovie.com has an article going through all of that. I'm just, without giving anything away, a lot of the imagery you see in that trailer I don't think can be trusted, simply because they do a lot of stuff on the holodeck. So I don't know. Anyway, thanks Starfleet Boy and Fathery for being here, and until next time, live long and prosper.